Ya guys, kita siap-siap nih mau pentas nih sama ibu guru, sama anak-anak. Hai. Oh, where is Amira?
Head east on West Durham Street
Where is
towards
Hanif?
Sundridge Street. Michael's
Nggak
Oriental
kelihatan.
Restaurant and Function
Ready
Centre
ya
may not
semuanya
be
ya.
open.
Bismillah.
IWAA. In my traditional language, Bukber language, that is hello and welcome. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we're gathered today. I acknowledge the Acara, the Jagera and the Igorofo people. And they have taken care of this country for thousands of generations. So this is what we can enjoy today. Even though which is beautiful. I should have told you, so next time, child.
And I worked closely on that legislation. At the time, I probably did not appreciate the significance of what I was part of. And whilst there was some criticism of the bill,
Ramadan in Boston has a special time, and the moments when Maghrib occurs and the cannon from the sugar copy bursts, the lamps of the minarets of the mosques and calls to prayer is heard from them. Bosnian residents are mostly greeted by sofas, which are tables for the delicious dishes.
Fasting is really interrupted by dates and a glass of water, after which dishes such as papa, soups, pita, sarma, pies, dolma, and various other meat dishes are served. At the end of Ramadan, a special celebration called bareng, which is Eid, is where all family and friends get together and eat, pray, and spend quality time together. Drink wine and give you. Kids receive gifts, which mostly include money, as a reward from their parents and elders. It is truly a special time of year for everyone.
Every country has different form of sweet. We have dolma, which is magic. This is what is the traditional the sweet. Everyone knows that they 1 week before Ramadan I start cooking this for hundreds of people. I made and Mohi lately started to help me, but I do it myself for the last 20 years. I cook this because no one from my country know how to make it, but I made the katay.
Lovely to have all of you together. So as my culture is kind of similar to all the other cultures that we have here in terms of how we celebrate Ramadan, I thought, well actually a couple of years ago I wrote this poem about Ramadan and how we celebrate Ramadan in our country. So I'll read this poem out to you and yeah, we'll see. Okay, so the crescent moon is seen at night. It brightens the sky with its shining light. At 2 a.m., our eyes wide awake by the loud noise the neighbors' drums would make. Green tea with fresh bread was what we ate. It would keep us full until very late. The call to prayer would then be made. The Fajr prayer would then be prayed. At 4 p.m., the preparation would start. The mothers would prepare a work of art. They would cook kabuli, bulani, mantu, and ashak. No wonder why everyone had a heart attack. Just joking. But these were the traditional foods that they would prepare. At 7 p.m., the table was made. The beautiful adhan would then be played. We'd break our fasts with water and dates. We'd eat and talk until very late. The men would go to the mosque for tarawih. Together they would congregate. Some would pray 20, some would pray 12. The very impatient would only pray 8. This was the ritual for 30 days, the days of worship, giving, and praise. The last week of Ramadan was the very best. The nights were lots of money and delicious sweets. In traditional clothes, as I'm wearing one now, we'd walk from street to street to greet our neighbors and share very many tasty treats. The houses would be decorated with lights and balloons. The families would gather for a feast at noon. At night, the women would put henna on their hands. They would laugh, sing, and perform traditional dance. The beautiful nights, the blessed days, how I wish Ramadan would stay. Thank you.
That they differ, that they have diverse culture, their languages, food, definitely food. The main thing we had it in Sohur, as Auntie Galira was sharing, there is music. We do have some music in Pakistan as well. I'll share the link if you can just play for us for a couple of seconds. Muslima, wake up for fast, it's time to fast, it's time to prepare food for your family. So in that ages, normally the ladies, they woke up with those doors instead of like alarm system and all that stuff. So the second thing is, in Pakistan, when the Ramadan start, there will be roadside iftaris. The people, the shopkeepers, the laborers, everyone, they can come and join the roadside iftars. They prepare a platter of food for them, and everybody can join and eat that food. There is no iftar without pakoras. If anybody know about pakora, I believe different veggies, maybe chicken and all that stuff. So it's basically chickpea flour. The coating is from chickpea flour. Chana chaats, samosas, pakoras, dates, filled dates, and all that stuff.
Different community leaders, I'm very happy and pleasure for you to come and join us. All people talk about food, but in Sudan, we talk about drink. Because people are very feel thirsty more than hungry. And we prepare, we have different types of traditional. It's made especially for Ramadan. It's called abre. What is that? Okay. It is very long process of making it, but it's very delicious. I forgot to bring it for you to taste it. It's made out of sorghum, we sprout the sorghum and make it like dough and ferment it for 1 day, the next day bake it and soak it in water. And we make this lovely drink with this. A very good drink that we have in Ramadan at the beginning of breaking the fast. Fast with dates and belila. Belila like boiled chickpeas. This is what we start. We start first with date, of course drink or warm soup. And then this belila of chickpeas and some dates. And after prayer, then we start having our iftar. Because this is for the pedestrian and the travelers, they stop the cars, and people prepare the food and just they eat it outside like this. This is very important meal for the fasting. And when you have this meal at the end, it's a light meal, but it makes you keep during the day. And this is musahhirat, this big drum. And the children enjoy the musahhirat. If they don't have drums, they can take anything and just making this noise to wake up the sleep.
And peace be upon you. Thank you very much for the actually last minute call, and I try my best to do it tonight. Yeah, as talking about multicultural, so diverse. One of the sisters, the Pakistani, said that while we coming here, then we really realized that what we thought that only happened to our country is actually happened in every country. There's about similar things. That is what I always said in the multicultural, where that the food is actually travel. You cannot claim that this is my food, that this is your food. The food is traveling with the travelers, so they bring their own spices and they mix it with the local. So that is the beauty of the multicultural. So I hope this is we have to celebrate in Australia how the diversity is really big now. Okay, different teacher. Thank you, Neha. This is such a challenge for me. Okay, actually a few years ago when Nora invited me to do the presentation, I have a slide. We Indonesian people actually started Ramadan with the day before Ramadan actually, because we kind of, our culture is still remembering our ancestor, the spirits who already passed away. So on the day before Ramadan, we went to cemetery, we visited our elderlies who passed away, mom and dad, uncle, aunties, like that. And for us, the little one, that time was, just follow, but I think coming to my age now, this is the wisdom we have to really remembering, all our ancestors, the legacy and everything. And then come of the Ramadan, that is when we, the kids, is so excited because every evening we get ready. We brought the little cups made from tin, walk to the mosque where that maybe just about 700 meters or 500 meters. We're looking for that iftari, just a small drinks or snacks, something like that. And we came home, have a big dinner with the family, and then we back to the mosque for that prayer called Taraweh. That is once a year special prayers. And then about the food, talking about the diversity, you can imagine we have 17,000 islands. We have 450 languages. We have hundreds of ethnics in Indonesia. So when we talk about the food, you can imagine that like my town is called Yogyakarta, is actually the center of the people coming for study because they have a best uni. So people from Aceh to West Papua, we have them all in Yogyakarta. So in Ramadan, we have really several kind of snacks and food from all over the islands, just in the one town like that. This is just a beauty and so rich, and people on the street selling food. 4 o'clock, suddenly that street become market. Correct, sister? Just in Indonesia? Okay, and then for the night, like Sister Galila said, oh, wait a minute. With the drum, we do actually with bamboo. As we know, we are the Southeast Asia, plenty of bamboo. Pretend this one a bamboo, big long bamboo like that. Imagine 3 o'clock in the morning, people on the street just gonna be yelling, sahur, 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 like that. So waking up people, this is the alarm of calling up people who still sleeping, doing the early morning eat. We enjoy that one when we're little kids, right? But now, in my age, I become one of the fighter or against that kind of tradition. We have a campaign, we against that one. Because, why? Indonesia have several beliefs. We are the biggest Islamic country. Yes, we are the biggest Muslim country. But we have several other beliefs, several faiths over there. And we have to respect them, the one not doing fasting. So this one actually, several ulama is actually campaign about this one as well. This is not Islam. We have to look after the others as well. Perhaps they're sick, they have children who's sick, and they have to wake them up frightened in the morning like that, So, I don't know. Please, about culture, don't ever say right and wrong. We just different. This is what I believe anyway. It's how much you have, so things like that. And then, well, the ice cream man came, so that's what they flock into the ice cream. So yeah, that is the beauty of Ramadan and Eid. And thank you very much for IWAA always giving me opportunity to learn, because through IWAA I learn about the difference, but because we are different, we are beautiful. Do you agree? Thank you very much.
Into English for you.
Hi everyone. طبعا أنا حقنا بنعمل الإنجيرة دربو الزغني المحمشة، ونعمل الجبنة بتاعت العيد حقنا. لما تكون عندنا حاجة مناسبة لما نلبس وبنعمل اللبس كلنا والأكل يكون واحد ما فيه.
That she's from Ethiopia, so they eat injera. This is the picture over here, injera, with zirne, and this is what they traditionally have in Ramadan. So they wear the traditional clothes as well. So I don't know if you can see, she's hiding behind me, but this is their traditional wear as well. So they wear that Ramadan and Eid as well. And on Sunday, other foods in the Eid is safsi and gublasa. So yeah, usually when they're fasting, and I think fish as well. No fish. And yeah, so it's similar to, she said similar things to what the other ladies have said. It's time of gathering together as a family and, sharing a meal as well.
Baru datang.
Okay, so just had quite a lot of presentations.
Thank you.